Hello guys, everyone's welcoming you to this YouTube channel from For Profit Uganda, where farming meets excellence. My returning viewers, I'm so humbled to always have you come and watch my videos whenever I make and upload. New viewers, you are most welcome. Kindly remember to subscribe, like, share, and drop something into the comment section. Kindly give this video a thumbs up. In today's video, we are going to do a lot of activities. We are going to prune our tomatoes. We are going to give them support because they are growing taller and taller. We are going to cut the Russian comfrey and give to our birds to boost the immune system. We are going to do a lot of activities. Kindly watch this video up to the end. See you there. So guys, these are the strings that we are going to use to support our tomatoes. They are growing taller and taller, and since they are climbing tomatoes, we have to give them support. Here are our tomatoes. They began to flower and they really need support. Look at this one. So we are going to give them support. Look at this one, guys. They are really promising. So let's do the needful to give them support, to prune, so that we get the best out of our tomatoes, organically grown in polythene bags, in sacks. So let's give support to our tomatoes using these strings. Any climbing plant, when you don't give it support, it will disappoint you. It will not give you what you expect. That is why we are supporting our tomatoes. The strings have to be loose so that they don't affect the stems of the tomatoes. So you have to keep them loose. So let everyone participate in growing food at home. Use the smallest space that you have to turn it into a garden, a kitchen garden, a front yard garden. You spend a lot of money mowing your compounds. Every month you spend money. So turn your compounds to become gardens by using sacks, containers, jerrycan offcuts, and grow food. So tie these strings very loose so that we don't affect our tomatoes, just to give them support. See our tomatoes, guys, after giving them support using the strings. Let's begin pruning our tomatoes. Look at this stem. It has a sign of bringing flowers, but we have to prune so that we give allowance grow big. So these middle stems, it is very necessary to prune them. Look at this stem, we have to remove it. So we are done with pruning our tomatoes. So we've given them support and room for the tomatoes to grow big. So even our Our lima beans need some support, so let's also use the strings to support the lima bean so that it can also give us some beans. Any climbing plant, once you don't support it, it will not give you what you expect out of it. So let's always support the climbing plants. You can either build a trellis, but for our case, we have some wires where these climbing plants can climb. So let's support the lima bean to give it room to give us the beans. The goodness of lima beans, you plant it once and harvest over a year. So let's all endeavor to grow food at home. So we are trying as much as possible to have food at home. These lima beans are so nutritious, they're very sweet and tasty. How I wish everybody can have lima beans. So friends, we are done with supporting our climbing plants. Let's proceed to cutting the Russian comfrey and give to our birds. So easy to grow, very nutritious. Remember, they help in boosting egg production. They help in improving the immune system of the birds. So you can also have it at home. It is multi-purpose for both birds, animals, and human beings. How dare could you miss having Russian comfrey when you are a poultry farmer? So we are cutting them and go to improve on the immune system of our birds. So the reason as to why we cut them into small pieces so that our birds can be able to consume them. We mix them in the fields for the birds and they enjoy. Remember, Russian comfrey is rich in vitamins that are so crucial to our birds. Since Russian comfrey is fully loaded with vitamins, minerals, let every farmer grow it at home. Russian comfrey is very easy to grow. Remember, it is by propagation that you can multiply and get as many as plants you want. So nutritious to birds and other animals. But for our case, we are going to give them to our birds to improve on the immune system, to improve on egg production, and since they are loaded with minerals and vitamins, that is why we should have them in our gardens. So after cutting them into small pieces, we are going to mix them. So friends, this is how our comfrey looks like after cutting them into small pieces that are consumable by our buds. You cut the small particles which the buds can consume. So we are mixing our feeds, the feeds for the buds, with the Russian comfrey, and then we give to the chickens. You mix them well before giving them to the buds. Remember, comfrey has a great aroma that will be yearned by the buds. So after mixing them well, let's proceed to the buds and begin giving them. So nutritious, loaded with vitamins and minerals. So guys, here we are with our comfrey, giving them to our birds. So rich in minerals. Remember, feeds are too expensive, so as a means of cutting the costs and boosting immune system of our birds, that is why we are giving them the Russian comfrey. And here comes our banana peelings that were turned into liquid fertilizer. Remember, banana peelings can be turned into liquid fertilizer. Since banana peelings are fully loaded with nitrogen, phosphorus, and potassium, which are mostly wanted by the plant, especially flowering plants. They also contain other nutrients like calcium, magnesium, and sodium, plus sulfur. All these are very crucial in the root system, growth, and development. By using this fertilizer, we expect high yields. They support the strong stems, healthy roots, and the flower development. So we are going to apply this organic fertilizer to our tomatoes, guys. So guys, let's begin applying the liquid fertilizer homemade from banana peelings to our tomatoes. Since it is fully loaded with potassium, which is mostly needed nutrient and crucial for the plant cell function, flower production, and disease resistance. Calcium, this supports root development and helps plants to absorb other nutrients. When it comes to magnesium, this is an essential for photosynthesis, contributing to chlorophyll production. Phosphorus, this helps in promoting strong root system and flowering. That is why we've applied this NPK on our tomatoes, guys. So you're expecting more yield. Guys, thank you so much for watching this video up to the end. If you found it interesting, kindly share with a friend so that we can farm together. Bye bye.